What's up, Tiger Nation? This is Coach O, and you're listening to Tuff Tiger Talk on the PRO Media Network. Take it away, Big Q.
You're now listening to Tuff Tiger Talk with Big Q and the guys on the Pro Media Network.
What's up, LSU Nation? What's going on? You're now listening to Tuff Tiger Talk on the PRO Media Network. Welcome aboard to all our new and established listeners on Tuff Tiger Talk DC. And I'm Big Q chiming in this episode 263 on the Tuff Tiger Talk. We're going to talk about this game against Alabama. Of course, this is the biggest game of the season for LSU. Obviously, if they do make the national championship, that probably would be obviously would be bigger. But this is the biggest matchup. This is like our championship game when we have Alabama coming to Death Valley. Of course, we go up there. It's a different matter altogether, but we have them down here. But before we get into the preview against Alabama, I'm going to talk about LSU, man. Continue to climb the charts. Even when they're not playing, they're climbing. They had a bye week, and the Tigers are now third in the nation, 7-1, second in the SEC West, behind that same dreaded Alabama club. But the reality of the situation is, when the season started, who but the true diehard LSU fan had the Tigers at number 3 with that tough, difficult schedule? But that just shows you with the team, if you believe in yourself, what you can accomplish. And that's much credit to be given to the LSU Tigers as they sit at third in the nation, and they have the best team in the country coming in here. Well, top team in the country according to AP polls. Alabama, undefeated, steamrolling everybody coming into this matchup. And of course, before we get into that, we're going to talk about some side issues. We're also going to play a little Coach O interview, his thoughts as he break down and previews the game, what he expects coming up against Alabama. We'll play a little Coach O momentarily. We'll also talk about Coach O's comments that he made about the targeting rule and the fact that he wants it to be changed. Well, Devin White, the biggest story of this game is the fact that Devin White, 2 weeks ago, was ejected from the game against the Mississippi State Bulldogs, which the Tigers knocked them out 19-3. He was ejected in the second half of the game, and it was called targeting. They looked at it for a second time. It was most certainly not targeted, but he was thrown out of the game. And due to the rules, when you're thrown out of the game in the second half for targeting, the next game you play, you're supposed to miss half of that game. To me, that's totally stupid. Also, like the comment that one of the commenters made during the Mississippi State game where he said there need to be a targeting 1 and a targeting 2, like flagrant. Remember, we had the same situation in the NBA years ago when the NBA had a flagrant rule and they was throwing players out of games for minuscule things. They said, well, that was a flagrant. You got to go. Then they changed it to flagrant 1 and flagrant 2. I can definitely see the college football people changing the reign, changing it to targeting 1 and targeting 2. That's definitely on the horizon. That's going to happen. But before we get into that, DC, you had an opportunity to be exposed to some of these stories. You see LSU, and you heard what Coach O had to say about that targeting situation and the fact that he's getting his team ready for this very big game in Death Valley at night against that dreaded Alabama Crimson Tide team. Now, of course, like we said, Saturday at 7, going to be a primetime matchup, the game of the week as far as college is concerned. Let's talk about that. What are your thoughts on this LSU and Alabama matchup?
First off, I got to give my thoughts on the targeting situation, which I think is crazy. I think it's crazy that they even have that rule at all. I mean, you change something too much, man. You mess up a beautiful thing, and then they make all these changes, and then it gets crazy, and then a lot of times then they change the rules back, similar to what they used to be. They just need to stop touching stuff, man. Leave it alone. It's like, how can you be targeting when he clearly hit the dude's shoulder pads? I mean, his face mask touched the front of his helmet a little bit, but the helmet is like 20, 30 pounds. You know what I'm saying? The thing is twice the size of your head. Like, how can you tackle? Getting that out of the way, man, because that's just crazy that Devin White even can't play the first half. And even if they did eject him for that game, what the hell does that have to do with the next game? Like, why is that even like that? Even if it was flagrant 2 or whatever under the description you're giving, why do they need to be ejected automatically the next game? Well, I mean, shouldn't it be an evaluation process to see if you want to suspend them or sit them out of half, whatever? But moving on, man, this is a hell of a that we're gonna see, because I think LSU is gonna shock a lot of people. And Alabama ain't played nobody. They haven't played anybody all year. Their starting quarterback, I mean, has he even played the second half? He's on the bench by the time the second half even starts. So if we could just hold them off in that first half, man, and Devin White coming out after halftime, bro, I think we're going to be in for a real treat. And LSU's going to shock a lot of people and potentially have a chance to take down Bama, bro. I just don't see Alabama blowing them out. I think LSU's going to stay in this game. It's going to be very interesting, man. Coach O been getting ready for this one since last year. Remember we coming. Remember he said that? Yeah, we all thinking he was a little crazy, but look at him now.
Absolutely. Coach O did say that, man, and he's definitely getting troops fired up for this matchup against Nick Saban. Of course, Nick Saban won a championship with LSU well before Coach O was there, but prior to the Les Miles era. And it's a very bloody rivalry between LSU and Alabama because of those Saban ties. And Saban gets up for these games, best believe it. He's coaching these guys up. Coach O trying to make a statement. A lot of people at first wanted to run Coach O off, but Coach O, if he can get a win against Nick Saban in this game in Death Valley, that will that will help out. That will definitely help Coach O. But anyway, speaking of Coach O, before we get into any further breakdown, let's hear what the coach had to say about this upcoming matchup against Alabama. Here's Coach O.
And now it's on to 7 p.m. CBS, LSU versus Alabama. It's going to be an outstanding week of practice, preparation against an outstanding team. I know our fans are going to be there. They'll be there early in their Tiger Walk. Our players thrive off of that. I know the energy in the state of Louisiana and the energy is in the stadium is going to be something that we haven't seen for a long time in Louisiana. We're looking forward to our game. We're looking forward to our matchup versus Alabama. A little bit about them. Obviously, they're an outstanding football team. They have a very explosive offense led by Tua. Tua is a RPO run-pass option quarterback. He's very good, very quick release. Does a very good job on his pre-snap reads. He has a very good offensive line. Damian Harris, a very good running back. He has a slew of running backs. Jerry Jeudy, number 4, is their best receiver. He's a big play guy. On defense, typical Alabama defense, 3-4, tough against the run. Very good defensive line. Skilled athletes, a linebacker that can run. Young corners that are very good. We recruited both of those guys. We know them very well. But we feel that, again, another good Alabama defense and very explosive on special teams. This week's going to be about us. This is going to be about preparation, blocking out the noise. Looking forward to having our team back today on Monday and having an excellent week of preparation. Any questions?
Could you speak to Tua's escapability and his accuracy on the run? It seems next level.
What was his accuracy on?
And his ability to on the run to get out of the pocket.
Yeah, he's a great athlete. He's first of all, his release is phenomenal. His ability to run, outstanding athlete. I don't know how much they want to run him. I think they could run him more and run past Keys. But you're going to have to contain him, keep him in the pocket, make him throw out of a well. He's a little bit taller than I expected him to be after meeting him in person. He's a great player.
Coach, when Alabama throws the ball, it doesn't seem like they're dink and dunk. Seems like they're really chunking the ball down the field. What are the challenges their wide receivers present to you? And is it because he has so much time to throw he's able to do this?
A lot of double moves, a lot of creative routes, 7 routes, chair 7s, like we call them, smash routes. They know how to attack coverages. They're very well coached. But, we have some good DBs. We know we lead the country in the interceptions. I think we match up well with them. It's going to be a battle, but I like our DBs. I think we match up very well.
Of course, Coach O. That's Coach O chiming in as always, giving you the breakdown. Interesting matchup indeed between these two teams. Now, before we get into, we know 102,000+ people going to be in Death Valley under the lights in LSU. Big game, major implications. LSU is to me, it's going to be tough. Now, of course, DC astutely made mention that Alabama isn't playing anybody and they've been blowing people away. Very interesting. Texas A&M game. Beat them 45-23. Against ULL, blew them out 56-14. Destroyed Arkansas 65-31. Beat Missouri 39-10. Destroyed Tennessee last week 58-21. And they just continue to roll. Of course, LSU knocked off Mississippi State 2 weeks ago, 19-3 before the bye. And of course, both teams were on a bye. Tennessee was 2 weeks ago as far for Alabama as well. Looking at
those teams ranked. You named for Alabama?
Just one, and it's Texas A&M. They're currently ranked 22nd. Only one of those 5 teams were actually ranked. Looking at the individual statistics starting this game, of course, the really interesting thing is this young quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa, 107.
It's Lua. He pronounces it like it has a U in it.
He has 107 completions out of 152 attempts. The guy's thrown over 2,000 yards, and he has 25 touchdowns so far.
That's amazing.
Amazing. Joe Burrow, 120 of 223, 1,500 yards with 6 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Rushing attack for the Alabama.
Not bad for the LSU quarterback.
Najee Harris is the top running back from Alabama, 78 carries, 489 yards, 4 touchdowns. For the Tigers, Nick Brissett's 151 carries for 697 yards and 10 rushing touchdowns for Nick Brissett. Top receiver for the Alabama Clemson Tide is Jerry Jeudy. He has 31 catches for 777 yards, has 10 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Yeah, that's insane, man.
And then you have Justin Jefferson as the top threat for LSU, 30 receptions, 471 yards for 2 touchdowns. Individual team statistics to speak about, LSU's coming in this game averaging 30 points a game, 30.4 to be precise, while holding teams to 15 points a game. Looking at what the Crimson Tide are doing, they're averaging 54 points a game while holding teams to 16 points a game. Total yards, LSU 384 yards total. Alabama 564 yards total. These kind of deceptive numbers, definitely deceptive numbers, because of the fact that they playing really craptastic teams, and I'm speaking about Alabama. Of course, the LSU Tigers, toughest teams in the SEC they've been lined up, toughest schedule in all of college, if you think about it. 383 total yards, 193 yards through the air, and 191 yards through the ground. You talk about balance. Then yards allowed on the defensive end. For the Tigers, they're giving up 330 yards a game, 200 yards through the air, and 130 through the ground. For the Tide, 308 yards given up by the Tide defense together, 194 through the air, and 113 through the ground. So very deceiving statistics. That Alabama team is very good. They haven't been tested. LSU will pose a test as they're third ranked in the league in the AP ranking in the college in the country against the number 1 team in the country in Alabama. DC, what you got to say?
I'm looking at these defensive stats, man, and to say we got the toughest schedule in college football, our defensive statistics are not very far from Alabama at all.
Not that bad. Pretty good.
And they ain't play nobody. So either our defense is amazing or their defense is not as good as everybody else thinks it is. All combination of both.
Very deceitful statistics, I say, as they have been playing a very soft schedule up to this point, and they will be tested in Death Valley. Anyway, the matchup predictor have the Crimson Tide as a 78.4 percentile winner. So the people are saying, the Tigers are going to beat it. Only 21.6% of the people think that Alabama, is going to lose this game to LSU. So
probably all LSU fans, but that's all right.
So there we go. And of course, DC made his call. I'm going to make my call in this one. I'm going to look at it and say this is going to be a tough one here against them. But under the lights at night, it's going to be electric. The weather is going to be permitting. Last time I checked, they're supposed to have clear skies here. It's going to be under the lights. Spectacular crowd. 102,000 people. 102,000 people screaming their heads off, decked down in LSU gear. Going to be difficult for Alabama. And guess what's going to happen? LSU is going to get this game in a close one. That's right. They're going to beat the top team in the country in the year that a lot of people, including myself, didn't predict them to do anything. This is the year. So Coach O is going to do it. So big ups to LSU. We're going to put y'all in there 2 days from now. LSU Tiger is going to shock the college football world by knocking off the Crimson Tide in the close one. Go ahead, DC.
You're going to Mississippi and put some money on that?
No, I'm not, because I'm not a gambler. So that'll do it for the show today. But thank y'all for joining us on Tuff Tiger Talk on the PRO Media Network. Are you a Tuff Tiger fan? If you are, this is the show for you. This is the show for you. Get all of those crazy and lovable LSU football fans and tell them about Tuff Tiger Talk and say, we finally got a podcast that speak our language. Join us, subscribe to us, share us here at the Tuff Tiger Talk show. From us here at the show, you can go to our Patreon page at www.patreon.com and donate to empower the show. You can also go to our social media pages and sign up to get updates on new shows and news as well. And as well, you can also support our sponsors. All of those links are in the description section below. Feel free to browse around. From me and DC and the crew here at Tuff Tiger Talk, thank you for joining us. Peace.
I'm a Saints and Pelicans fan, so the only podcast I can get my fix is The Sports Coma with Big Q. The guy's intense, funny, and they always keep it real.
Check out The Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys.
Do you need a domain name? How about a host for your website that can work with WordPress? Try Namecheap.com. They make registering, hosting, and managing domain names for yourself or others easy and affordable because the internet needs people. Namecheap is an ICANN accredited domain register and technology company founded in 2000. It's one of the fastest growing American companies according to the 2018 Inc. 5000. Celebrating nearly 2 decades of providing unparalleled levels of service, security, and support. Namecheap has been steadfast in customer satisfaction with over 10 million domains under management. Namecheap is among the top domain registers and web providers in the world. They offer a full selection of popular and unique domains along with fully featured hosting packages, SSL security certificates, WhoisGuard privacy protections, and more, all at the lowest prices in the industry. So if you need a domain name or hosting or anything else, think Namecheap.com. That's right, Namecheap.com. Check the description section below for link. Hello, Tiger fanatics. Are you ready for some football? If so, you need to head over to Fanatics. Click the link in the description section below and head over to get great deals on all LSU Tiger gear right now. Fanatics have all the great selection on everything Tigers, ladies and men's and children jerseys, footwear, t-shirts and dresses, golf and sports equipment, hats, pajamas and underwear, lawn and office gear, auto accessories, pet accessories, and much, much more. So if you're a Tiger and you want to show your Tiger spirit, click the link below and head over to Fanatics now to get all the top-notch LSU Tiger gear. And for 24 hours only, shipping will be free on all orders over just $29. Head over now and click the link in the description section below and be ready in style. Go Tigers. What's up, sports world? It's Big Q talking at you from the PRO Media Network, letting you know that we're attempting to make things a lot simpler on our listeners and viewers of our mini podcast. So as a result, we're leasing down a lot of our shows to have their own channels for your convenience. Starting soon, shows like Ring King Box, LSU's Tuff Tiger Talk, the Pelican Postgame Report will all have their own individual YouTube channels. So thank you for working with us during this process. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for everything. Thank you for your donations and support for our platform as we continue to improve moving forward. Peace. What up, sports world? This Big Q from the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys, and I'm here to tell you about the website theposhlifestyle.com. The Posh, P-O-S-H, life spelled with a Y-L-Y-F-E style.com. You can go there and get all of your natural and organic needs met. Herbs and supplements for all over the body, healing crystals and beautiful jewelry, ionizers, alkalizers, and water filters to take all of the fluoride, the chlorine, and all of the filth out of your water. They got personal products, natural soaps, They even got deodorant without aluminum in it that's known to cause cancer. Dig that. Also books and entertainment to educate yourself. And they have a lot of EMF protection and healing magnetics. Now, you know EMF, that helps. They have diodes you can place on your phone or on certain electrical gadgets that can neutralize the harmful EMF radiation. Dig that. All of that is on sale at theposhlifestyle.com. Dozens of products, easy to use website. I use it all the time. Very easy to use and very safe. Protected website. You can go there, feel safe and shop. I shop there all the time. You can go there and give us a donation. Anyway, you go check them out. The Posh Lifestyle. Go to theposhlifestyle.com. Check them out. Poshlifestyle.com. Check them out. Get your mind and body right with the Posh Lifestyle.